Well, hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This week is the next instalment from a part of the Bible written by a guy called Luke, telling the stories of Jesus. Now, once the Christmas story's told, Luke doesn't tell us a lot about Jesus' early life. There's one story about when he was a baby, one story at age 12, and this week, he's an adult. Now, Jesus had a cousin John. John was a few months older than Jesus, but he too was given a very important job by God. John was a bit of a loner, and as he grew up, eventually he took himself away and lived on his own. Now, a long time before all this, hundreds of years before, God had told his people through prophets that one day someone very special would be born, someone who would save people, someone they called the Messiah. John's job was simply this, to tell people that this is the time, the Messiah was coming, and they should get ready for him. So John started telling people this and telling them that they needed to get ready. And to get ready, what they needed to do was to be sorry for the wrong things that they did and try to live better. And he gave them a way of showing that they were trying to do this. Baptism. Simply put, he would take them to the river. The Jordan River was really close. And he would dip them fully under the water. And in doing so, symbolise washing away all the wrong things they'd done. Completely washed away while they were under the water, and then as they came back out of the water, coming back to live better. People came from miles around to see John, to hear what he said, and many to get baptised. Then one day, someone John really wasn't expecting turned up, his cousin, Jesus. Now we know from other stories in the Bible that John really wasn't sure about this. After all, Jesus was the Messiah, the one who John was saying, this is the one who's coming. And people should get ready for him. Also, Jesus was someone who had never and would never do anything wrong. Nevertheless, Jesus came with all the other people and was baptised by John. This time, though, something completely unexpected was going to happen. Jesus was submerged the same way as everyone else. But then, as he came back up, something that looked a bit like a dove came to rest on him. But it wasn't a bird. It was God's Holy Spirit. The sign of a dove is used because a dove symbolises peace. And if that wasn't enough, God then spoke audibly. Big booming voice is what you might imagine. To everyone present, saying this, "You are my own dear son, and I am pleased with you." How amazing. Yeah, what Jesus did by being baptised was to acknowledge that he was fully human. And when God's Spirit came and God spoke, Jesus was also revealed as fully God. One man, fully human and fully God. This truly was the Messiah, the one who was going to save people. And this moment marked the start of Jesus bringing that message and speaking and ministering to people. Now, you might recognise baptism as something you've had or something you've been involved in. Another word for it in some traditions is christening, particularly when we're looking at babies. Now, today, baptism is still a way of showing, of a sign of wrong things being washed away and starting a new life. But baptism today is a little bit different because it's not just us trying to do it on our own, but it's us claiming the promises that Jesus made and Jesus fulfilled and made happen for us when he did this saving bit. You remember, the Messiah saves. This saving bit was to make it possible to restore the relationship with God and all sorts of amazing things like that. So when we do baptism today, the washing with water is still a sign of us being washed clean, but something more amazing than that happens because our inner spirit is also washed clean by Jesus. And God's Holy Spirit comes and helps us to live better. So we're not just doing it on our own. God offers to help us. I think that's just completely mind-blowing, completely amazing. If you'd like to talk more about baptism, what it means, or want to find out more, do get in touch with me. If you've not been baptised, it's always possible. Age is no barrier. I pray this week that God's Spirit will guide and bless you. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.